So, back in December last year, Mojang released a new drop for Minecraft called The Garden Awakens. And before we even go anywhere, can I just say that The Garden Awakens is a terrible name because it is the only Minecraft update in history that I can think of that has an active verb in the name. Every other update that has come out before this has had some kind of noun or adjective describing the update. The Frostburn update, the Nether update, even the recent drops like the Armored Paws drop and Bundles of Bravery have been just nouns and adjectives. Now we have one that is essentially a complete sentence, The Garden Awakens, subject plus verb. It's completely incongruous with any other Minecraft name out there. It very much annoys me. They could have called it anything else like, I don't know, the Creaking drop or the Pale drop. I think I saw online creaking canopies was a suggestion for that. Those are again adjectives plus nouns and made much more sense and fit with the rest of all the Minecraft updates. So unless Minecraft really changes what they're doing going forward with naming things, Phil here is going to have an exceptional update name. But in any case, in that update, rant aside, they did add this new pale oak wood, which is a new white wood to the game, which looks, pretty nice. Very nice textures and all that. But wait a minute, you might be saying, wasn't there already a white wood in the game? And there was, more or less, and it was birch wood. And I made a video a couple years ago describing how all the different colors of wood lined up with the different colors of Minecraft's rainbow, and now I have to update that because they decided to usurp the white wood with a properly white wood. So before I had birch here in the place of white, and then jungle, dark oak, and on down the line. The easiest way to adjust for having this now be white and birch no longer being the purest white is simply to shift everything down one, although this does put dark oak in the black, and I think we'd all prefer having a properly black wood like charcoal or burnt wood or something like that. So the other solution, I thought, is just move jungle down to magenta and have crimson wood be purple. Again, not satisfactory, but it's what we have to live with now since white is now actually white and birch no longer has a proper home. Especially since yellow already exists. But, so these are just combinations. I kind of prefer this top one where I just swapped spruce and dark oak, simply because this looks more like a light gray, dark gray duality than the dark oak with the birch. But anyways, it seems like Mojang might actually, with this edition, be going for the proper full rainbow that matches the concrete colors of wood. And if they're doing that, then we have a ways to go, because they've just added white, yes, but now we're still missing both grays, and both greens, and all the blues plus purple and black. And now we all have 3 types of wood, birch, jungle, and spruce, that don't strictly speaking have a home, because they don't really match any of the colors of concrete in the game. So they've added white wood, and it looks like this, and it was kind of unnecessary because this really could have been a good opportunity to give us, again, one of those gray woods, particularly the light gray wood. Because there's so many different white blocks in the game, you can't even tell some of them apart at a distance. And this is, it's not the prettiest of the white blocks we've added. I much prefer quartz or something. It's got that pinky hue to it that just doesn't look great. Whereas gray, again, mostly just has stone to its name, and the couple colored blocks that, actually exist in the game, like concrete and shulker blocks and whatnot. But it'd be just much nicer to have, I think, a gray wood. Again, it works with the Pale Garden a lot better because everything in the Pale Garden is gray, even the sky. It would have made more sense, and you really couldn't even tell the difference with so much saturation going on, or desaturation I should say, whether this is light gray or white. It doesn't really change it. It could have been a light gray wood just fine, and we wouldn't have noticed, and it just would have made things better. Again, if you look at like these houses, for example, you could have already made this kind of house with the white already with quartz. It doesn't look too much worse. In fact, I'd say it looks a little bit better because, again, this one just looks pinkish. It's weird. It's kind of ugly. And this is not a critique of my building skills, which are non-existent, so you're not allowed to comment on how bad these houses are or not are because I don't care. In any case, though, there is one advantage to having perfectly white wood that we didn't have before with birch, and that is some new white functional blocks, specifically fences and fence gates and doors and trapdoors and buttons. We didn't have any of that before. You had to settle for tan or stone or something. The closer you get to a white trapdoor was the birch one, which these look kind of similar, I should note. And the birch and, the pale oak and the spruce also look pretty similar in design. But again, we didn't really have a proper white door before this, so now we do, I guess. So that's great, that's an advantage to it, but otherwise it's mostly just a decorative color change for a color that we already pretty much had before in the form of birch. But anyways, yeah, that's from a statistical standpoint, this seems kind of like an unnecessary addition, but that's just my opinion, and I'm probably alone in it. Let me know what you think of the new pale oak wood down in the comments below, and if you haven't seen my previous video on this subject, go and check it out. It's more complete than me rambling about this. This will make more sense if you watch the other video. But in any case, like this video if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see the other videos that I make on this channel whenever I get around to making them, which might be in a millennium or might not be. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.